I just wanted to share something today. This is a thought from 1 Corinthians chapter 10, beginning at verse 1. The thought for today is an example or a warning. Listen to this from 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. But with many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Now listen to this word. Now these things were our examples, to the intent that we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted. Remember, an example or a warning. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000. Neither let us tempt Christ. Neither let us tempt Christ. This is verse 9 of 1 Corinthians 10. As some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now watch how it repeats the same thought a second time. Now all these things happen unto them for ensamples or examples, and they are written for our admonition or our instruction, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Now many times when we hear things and we hear instruction, it's so easy to say they. But watch how the scriptures checks us and make sure that we realize it could just as easily be us. Because what it says here is, verse 12, wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. What it's saying is when we hear these warnings or these examples that seek to guide us, if we're quickly saying that's them but not me, God is saying here in his word, if you think that it can't happen to you, it says here, wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. So God is saying it could be any of you. So if you think you're too strong to make a mistake, then you're probably the one in trouble. But I love how God also says, but you don't have to fall. This is what he addresses in verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you but such as is common to man, but God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation may also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. We must be careful, recognizing that all of our lives are either an example or a warning. And if we're quick to think it's not us, then there's a good chance it will be. But God is saying, be careful and know that it could possibly be you, but it doesn't have to be you. Why? Because he said all temptations are common to man. This is 1 Corinthians 10:13. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. I just wanted to share this word today, just to remind us that our footprints matter. We all leave footprints. I'm just sharing today, just prayerfully for all of us, that we will consider and remember that our lives are either an example or a warning.